At the end of day 2, you used the FlashBuilder Data Services view to generate a data service and value object class. However, you only used the value object class. In this video, I will again use FlashBuilder to generate data services. Then I will show you how to use the visual features of the tool to create a master detail form based on that data service. This is the master detail form that you will learn to create in this video. You will use the generated data service calls to populate this drop-down list control with employee last names. As you select an employee from the list, that employee's information will be displayed in this detail view. In my starter project, I am creating a data service by selecting the Data Service view. I'm clicking the Connect to Data Service link, which opens the dialog window to select the service type. I'm selecting the HTTP service type and clicking Next. In the dialog window, I'm entering Get Employees for the operation, and then entering the URL to the page on the server that will respond with the data. I'm setting the service name to Employee Service. Notice that when I entered the service name, the service package and data type package were automatically entered into the fields. The service name represents the identity of the service within FlashBuilder. The service package is where the FlashBuilder generated service files will live. The data type package is where the generated value object files will live. We discussed this in the video at the end of day 2. I'm clicking Finish. In the Data Services view, I can see my service, employee service, and the operation associated with it. Now I need to configure the return type because it is currently set to return a generic object. I also showed you how to do this at the end of day 2, so this will be a quick review. I am right-clicking on the Get Employee operation and then selecting Configure Return Type. I will auto-detect the type, so I'm clicking Next. I'm keeping the defaults on this page as well, so I'm clicking Next again. I'm changing the root of the XML properties to the repeating node and clicking Finish. You can see that the return type has changed to employee with 2 brackets. Remember that the square brackets let you know that the service will return an array of objects. Now that that is taken care of, I'll build the interface. This is my main application file. I'm switching to design mode, and then from the components view, I'm dragging a drop-down list control and placing it under the Employee Portal Employee Information label using the blue guidelines to align it to the left in the design area. From the Data Services view, I'm dragging the Get Employees operation and dropping it on the drop-down list control. When the Bind to Data dialog box appears, I'm leaving the New Service Call radio button selected and selecting the last name to display in the control. I'm clicking OK to close the dialog. In the design area, I'm right-clicking on the drop-down list control and selecting Generate Detail Form. Within the Generate Form dialog box, I'm making sure that the Master Detail option is selected, and then I am deselecting the Make Form Editable checkbox. I'm clicking the Next button and then unchecking the last name property to remove it from the form display. When I click Finish, the form appears in the design area. I'm moving it to the right of the drop-down list control using my arrow keys. When I save the file and run the application, you see the form displayed without any employee data. I'm selecting an employee from the drop-down list to populate the form. For your next step, work through the exercise titled Creating a Master Detail Interface with a Wizard.